Good morning, everybody. Let's get ready. Let's get ready for another day. Putting on my Peter Thomas Ross. I love this stuff. But you know what I noticed? It makes my bangs like oily. Maybe I should do this. Like, my bangs will be the only part that looks like real hair, and then the rest looks like straw, which looks crazy since they're not the same at that point. And my bangs, I cut them, but I think I cut them weird. Do you ever do that? Like cut your bangs weird? Here, let's try this. It's starting to drive me a little nuts. There you go, the Widow Peak showing and everything. So, had a couple things to talk to you about. Had an OBE, but it was a real light one. And I watched this movie that kind of freaked me out. Because, okay, so somebody asked me the other day, do you believe in demons? And I guess I do, because if there is good spirits, I would imagine there has to be bad spirits. But actual, like, named demons, I don't know. Like, I don't want to profess to know or not to know, do you know what I mean? And that's another thing. I don't want to be disrespectful, because if there are, I want them to understand I respect them and just don't want any parts of them, but I respect them. But I'm hoping, because I haven't closed the portal, and it actually had some activity around it this weekend, which I'll tell you about. But I'm hoping that because of that, like, I'm not inviting something like that in. So I did, I did this whole other like protection thing before I went under, because I was like, I guess the movie freaked me out. I also have some critters that decided to take up home in the middle of the night in my front porch, and I'm going to put the videos in and I'll explain. So, I have cameras on my house. Do you have cameras on your house? On the outside. Like, so if somebody comes to the door, I can see who it is. I don't have the one where I can answer. I want to get that one, though. I think that's kind of cool. Like, yo! Just to scare people. Do you think that'd be fun? I think that would be fun. But anyway, I have cameras on my house. So in the middle of the night, like, my phone will notify me that there is activity in my front porch. And this is like damn middle of the night. But I don't sleep well. Or, like, I do. I shouldn't say that. I'm one of those people that don't require a lot of sleep. Like, I really don't. So 4 hours for me is plenty. The camera keeps blinking like something's going on, and I would look and I wouldn't see anything. So I'm like, is the camera faulty? Like, literally nothing's going on out there. Like, I would watch for a minute to make sure I didn't just miss it. You can go back too. Like, once it's activated, you can watch the recording, and it appeared nothing was there. So then one day it did it recently, and I looked, and it was a mouse. It was a mouse. I have a lot of plants on my porch, and this little mouse face is like sticking out. So I was like, oh, this thing is going off at night because of the mice. So I didn't really pay attention that much after that. I would look real quick. If I didn't see a human out there, I would just put it down. Okay, so the other day I was going through them. Oh, and I sent the one video to Carrie. I was like, look, I have mice on my front porch, like, playing around, and they're kicking off my camera. So then, like, I started looking, I started noticing there's like 3 or 4, because it'll record, but only on, only if there's activity, right? So I started looking through them all. I had a raccoon, I had a cat, I had like 10 squirrels, and I had, it's like, and I had mice, and it's like birds. I have like Enjoy Your Wild America on my front porch all night. Like, they're having parties out there. So I was gonna link them together and show you. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's a plant. I think this is what happens. Okay, the mice come because they're living in the plants my big potted plants outside, because there's holes in the soil, and then so that's the mice, and then the cat comes to chase the mice, like to find the mice. And I don't know what the raccoon wants. I guess he wants to see what the hell all the activity is going on my porch. So like all these animals are following each other onto my porch. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, so I have that going on. Anyway, so I, after watching the movie, I was like kind of worried about the portal. I was like, I wonder if, I mean, it just stands to reason if certain spirits are coming through, then so would anything else that might not be so nice. And, you know, I don't want that. I don't want to have any of that kind of thing. I had done a negativity, like to get rid of the negativity, but I really haven't kept up with it. So I actually started it yesterday, where, yeah, I'm like really kind of protecting everything and protecting the house. I need to go through a whole protection thing. So I'm going to take you with me this week when I finally sit down and do the entire house and show you, like, more than just smudging stuff and all. I need to roll some real spells through here for that. And hopefully it doesn't disturb the ones I want to come through. But that's what I was going to tell you. So I had an OBE the other night, and well, I was doing a meditation, and I'll link it here. It was to open your third eye, and I'll put the link down below. And so I was laying there. It was daytime. I wasn't doing it at night. And I was laying there, and I was opening up my third eye. And the coolest thing about third eye, if you open it up, or if you start to play with it with your eyes closed, is the colors. It's like you're on acid. I won't tell you whether or not I had that experience, but it's like you're, okay, yes, I've done acid. So it's like you're on acid, okay? Like, you know, do you remember on acid, like, or if you've ever done it, I'm sure not everybody has, but, and I haven't in 50 years, but, or whatever, little less than 50 years. But the colors, like, everything for me when I tripped a lot was about, like, everything took on an aura, and the aura, like, increased, the colors increased. So with yeah, so with the meditation, when you open up that third eye, you get that same kind of kaleidoscope kind of looking thing behind your eyes. Because if you ever did do like any kind of hallucinogens, whether it's ayahuasca or acid or mushrooms or whatever, and you close your eyes, like there's a whole play going on with, or at least for me, going on with colors. So this was like the same exact thing. So I'm lying there and these colors are swirling behind my eyes, and I just love that. And not that I would ever suggest or do acid. I had some really bad times on acid too, so let's stay away from that. But, and I found meditation, which I think is the nicest way to get high without doing anything, you know. You don't hurt your body. It's actually very good for you. But you have that same kind of elevation of thought that I would get from hallucinogens, and you would have the relaxation like I did another different relaxing drug that we're not going to talk about. So anyway, I was doing this meditation where it opens up your chakras, especially your third eye. So anyway, so I'm opening up the colors and the chakras and whatnot, and all of a sudden I get this like overwhelming feeling that I'm being watched. So I open my eyes and I look around the room because I'm wide awake, and like there's no slipping into sleep. I'm not daydreaming. I'm also not traveling at this point. And so I open my eyes and look around. I see nothing. I turn around to look at the portal, and it appears there's some of the heat waves going on by it. So I watched it for a minute, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can get Jeff in, because that's my main goal of life, is to talk to my dead boyfriend. So I closed my eyes again, and I'm just like laying there, and now I'm focusing on my third eye, but intermittently I'm feeling Jeff. I'm like thinking about him, like knowing what he smelled like, knowing what he felt like the whole nine, like, you know. And the reason why I'm doing this is because that's what I felt. So I'm laying there, and I have my hands like this, okay? Which actually you're supposed to have them to your side, but a lot of times I find myself, I always do this. Like when I sleep like this. So there's something with maybe a past life, but I'm always protecting my throat. It's weird. But anyway, so I'm laying there like this, and all of a sudden I feel like this hand go like this. So I was like, so I say, hi baby. No answer. So it's just like rubbing. So then I don't open my eyes. I'm still listening. It goes away. And I'm still like listening to the meditation behind me. And going with what it's saying, because it's a guided meditation. Somebody's talking. And so I'm lying there like this. And I'm like, Jeff, are you still there? Jeff. And all of a sudden, and this is the coolest thing, all of a sudden there were like hands on my face. It was like, so light and tingly. And I was like, oh, I love you, baby. And I put my lips out like this for him to like kiss me, and he didn't. But he was like there. I was not really traveling. He was there though. It was so good. It was so cute. I said in my mind, I said, Jeff, come lie with me. But he didn't. It wasn't nighttime, and a lot of times at night, like he'll lie with me, like I know he's next to me, but he wouldn't lie with me because I think it was daytime. And not that I know if they know the difference, but do you know what I mean? Like I wasn't gonna stay there all day, and I think he knew it. He was just popping in to say hi, so that was really nice. And that warms my little heart when he does that. Anyway, somebody close to me lost someone recently, and I want to help her connect, but she's so against it. And it's so, like, not against it, but she's like not in that frame of mind. And it makes me so sad because it's like, oh, I could probably get you to where you could do that, touch and see. But this was great. So anyway, all right, so I end the meditation. And I walk away, and like, oh, actually, I got a phone call. So that always, like, if I do it during the day, I run the risk of getting a phone call. Now, most of my girls were no longer, like, working. So I thought I could get this break, but it didn't happen. Somebody called me. So I was up, I went out, I walked the dog, I did all this stuff. And then as I'm, like, coming back through the hallway, it like happens again. Like right as I'm walking through, I feel the hands on me again. And I was like, I just stopped in the hallway, and I was like, and I put my hands up like this. I'm just standing in the hallway. I'm like, are you here? Are you here? Are you here? And I can feel it like through my hair and on my arm. And it was so lovely. And thank you, Jeff. I love you, Jeff. And I just believe like that he stays with me so much more than I even realized. You know what I mean? Here's another thing. I keep seeing Mabel. Like when I tell you, since Mabel has passed, I've mistakenly like been walking and saw her and like, oh shit, don't step on Mabel. And she's not there. But I mean, I catch glimpses. Well, last night, this was just last night, I'm in bed. I think Piper had jumped off the bed to go right next to my bed is a little doggy bed. And I think Piper jumped off the bed because I hear like somebody scratching around in the doggy bed. So I was like, oh, Piper, like I was half in, half out of sleep, but I wasn't traveling or anything. And as I'm lying there, I hear whenever my dogs get in a doggy bed, they go, right? And then I heard like breathing hard. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, oh, Piper must jump off the bed. And I go to scooch myself up, and Piper's right next to me. So I was like, so I say, hi, Mabel. How you doing, Mabel? I love you. And all this, because I knew Like, she's hanging out too. So, or she's with Jeff, and when she's there, he may be there. I don't know. I honestly won't probably never be able to figure it out. But, yeah, so those are my little things that happen. I love that my boyfriend feels free enough to come and go into my house whenever he pleases. And I also worry that the new puppy might jostle Mabel into leaving. I hope not. I hope she just enjoys her like, you know, like Piper will, but we'll see. But I know Mabel's still farting around here somewhere. She's probably right by my feet right now. I just can't see her all the time. But I see her sometimes. I mean, she's a white object this big. Like, I see her. And I have to watch, like, where I walk because she's right there. Oh, I put the gate up. Okay. I went to put the gate. I have a gate between the living room and the hallway because if I leave my living room open, Piper can be a bad girl. Like, she is 99.999% house trained, but like if it's raining and stuff like that, she has a spot. You know how dogs get a spot? Piper has a spot. And so that spot's in my living room. So I have, that was 3 phone calls in a row. Anyway, so Piper has a spot in the living room. So if I leave the gate undone, like I have a gate that just slides between, if I leave that undone and it's raining outside and stuff, she'll go out into the living room and do bad things. So I have a gate up. So the other day I went to put the gate up, and on the as I like put the gate across, right? I strung it across, and then I went to like turn to walk away, and there was Mabel like standing on the other side of the gate. So I like stopped and looked, and of course when you look direct on, catching the spirit is a very side eye kind of thing. So I pulled the gate open and said, "Come on, baby, come on, Mabel." And then I just waited a few seconds, and then I closed the gate because Mabel hated the gate. So I see her. I just don't see her like all the time, but I know she's around. So, and I just like miss her so bad. So I hope she likes the new puppy. I hope everybody does. I got another picture of Bunny's face I'm gonna put here. All right, guys, I gotta go. People are calling me. Things are happening. It's my life. It's a crazy life. It is. It's just a lot. I got phone calls at 7 this morning. It is now 8. And 3 people have called me during this fucking video. So I keep having to shut it off and answer my phone and then get back to you. Because that's life. That's my life. I love you guys. If you'd like to follow me down the rabbit hole that is my life, hit the button down below and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like these kind of crazy videos. Thumbs down if you don't. Either way, got you watching me manifest something lovely in your life. If you know it, think, believe it, you can have it too. Like a dead boyfriend that comes and gives you lovies and huggies and cuddles. I love that he cuddles me. Makes me feel all better. I love you guys. Bye.